Some of the greatest discoveries in the history of physics were not planned. They were not the result of years of targeted research or brilliant predictions confirmed by careful experiment. They were accidents, moments where scientists were looking for one thing, found something completely different, and changed our understanding of the universe forever. These are three of them. In 1964, two engineers named Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson were working at Bell Laboratories in New Jersey, trying to map radio signals coming from the Milky Way. They had access to a large horn-shaped antenna, sensitive enough to pick up faint signals from across the galaxy, and they were determined to use it well. But there was a problem. No matter which direction they pointed the antenna, no matter what time of day or night, no matter what season of the year, there was a persistent background noise they could not get rid of. A low, constant hiss coming from every direction at once, with no identifiable source.
They did everything they could think of to eliminate it. They checked their equipment, they recalibrated their instruments. They even found that pigeons had been nesting inside the antenna and had left a coating of what Penzias politely described in his notes as white dielectric material across the interior. They cleaned it out. The noise remained, identical in every direction, constant, unexplained.
What they had accidentally discovered was the cosmic microwave background radiation, the oldest light in existence, the faint afterglow of creation itself, still filling every corner of space more than 13 billion years after it was released. It was the single most important piece of evidence ever found for how the universe began. And it was found because two engineers couldn't figure out why their antenna was making a noise. They were awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1978. The pigeons were not.
3 years later, in 1967, a graduate student named Jocelyn Bell was working at the University of Cambridge, analyzing data from a radio telescope she had helped build. She noticed something strange in the printouts, a regular, repeating pulse of radio energy, arriving with such precise timing that it seemed almost impossible for it to be natural. The pulses were so regular, so machine-like, that her team initially couldn't rule out that they were picking up a signal from an intelligent civilization somewhere in space. They filed it internally under the name LGM-1, Little Green Men.
It was not little green men. What Bell had discovered was a pulsar, a rotating neutron star so dense that a teaspoon of its material would weigh 1 billion tons, spinning so fast and with such a powerful magnetic field that it fires beams of radiation into space like a cosmic lighthouse, sweeping past Earth with perfect clock-like regularity. Pulsars had been theorized decades earlier, but never actually observed. Bell found the first one by noticing what her colleagues initially dismissed as a glitch in the data. Today, pulsars are used as the most precise natural clocks in the known universe, accurate enough to detect gravitational waves and map the structure of the galaxy. Bell herself did not receive the Nobel Prize that was awarded for the discovery. Her supervisor did. That story is its own kind of discovery, about how science recognizes and sometimes fails to recognize the people doing the work.
The third accident is different from the others because it didn't happen in a laboratory at all. It happened in a kitchen. In 1945, an American engineer named Percy Spencer was working for a defense company, testing a device called a magnetron, a component used in radar systems that generates high-powered microwave radiation. He was standing in front of the active magnetron during a test when he noticed something unexpected. A chocolate bar in his shirt pocket had melted. Not from heat, not from the nearby equipment, but from the microwave radiation passing directly through his clothing and into the chocolate. Curious, he experimented further. He placed popcorn kernels in front of the device. They popped. He tried an egg. It exploded. Within 2 years, Raytheon had filed a patent for the technology. Within a decade, a version of it was in commercial production. Percy Spencer had accidentally invented the microwave oven while testing radar equipment, and he had no idea it was coming until his chocolate bar gave it away. 3 discoveries, 3 accidents,
A hiss that turned out to be the echo of creation. A glitch in the data that turned out to be a new class of cosmic object. A melted chocolate bar that turned out to be the beginning of one of the most used kitchen appliances in human history. The pattern across all of them is the same: a prepared mind, an unexpected observation, and the willingness to take seriously something that didn't fit. The universe has always been willing to reveal itself. The question is whether anyone is paying close enough attention to notice. Subscribe, because next time we are covering what happens when scientists do plan the perfect experiment, and the result comes back completely wrong, breaking the model they were trying to confirm.